live from far Rockaway, New York City. Far Rockaway, New York. Oh, the sand is deeper over here, so much deeper. And freezing cold. Wow. The stars. I don't think you can see the stars. Even with all that light in the background. Oh, the stars are twinkling. Yeah. Can't even see the water from here. I mean, I can see it, but I can't see it in the camera. That's me. So we have about 12 feet of light, maybe 20 feet in front of us. We can see. We can see 20 feet in front of us. So that kind of gives you an idea how far the water is. It looks like the high tide came up to almost, let's say, right about here. That's the high tide edge. And then there's another 200 feet of wet, muddy sand to step on that I'm not interested in stepping in. That water is freezing. And it's a little spooky. Even though I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. Look at the moon right in front of us. That's the moon. That's the light source right there at night. That light source at night can give you a lot of a lot of a lot of light. If you're from the big cities, you don't know, but I'm sure this is a good shot. This needs to be my thumbnail. Definitely. Let me see what the people are saying. The black hole, hello to you. Mason, hello. Uh, Hazelin, Salzla, what's up? James, wait, that's Jason Miles. Jason. The black hole, hello. Steve Ladner. Cold, yes, the sand is freezing cold, dude. Like super cold. Right here, there's a dune right here. Along this line. I don't know what that's called when the rocks, the rocks that hit the water. So I'm assuming that all this here was covered in water earlier from the higher tide. I see some sort of like scooter up there on the boardwalk. Yeah, the sand is super cold. What's up, Sean? What is going on here? Nothing. A guy like me is just on the beach in New York City. Why? Because I do have reasons, but nothing to share at the moment. What's the purpose of your stream, brother? No, there's no purpose. That's no. I'm just doing YouTube stuff, you know? Hello, friend. Watching from Africa, Kenya. Hope you're safe. Thank you. I am safe. Jackson, English or Spanish? I don't know what you're talking about. Is this the English or Spanish side of the Rockaways? How beautiful that moon looks. There it goes. Wow, look at the jump. I love that. And you can hear like the train. I can hear a train from in this distance this way. Sounds so cool. It's like thunder cracking almost. Like some weird thunder. What some of you all do not know is that I lived on this beach for about 35 to 40 days. Not on this beach, but I think this is beach 36. I lived closer to beach 50. I was by beach 50, and then we would go over to beach 59, beach 60 this way, and we would be in this area for every day. And I was literally a few feet away from the beach. That was just the greatest part. The greatest part is that I was 35 feet away from this beach here. And what I've come to realize is that what the way I did the boondocking at the beach here in New York is something that you won't be able to really do again, because they've turned this area here, this whole area here is being turned into wildlife conservation. So they're saving like all these birds, all these turtles and stuff. And when Super Storm Sandy came here to the tri-state area in 2000 and I don't remember, but Superstorm Sandy came in here, came from this area, the water here, and it flooded this whole entire area. A breath, y'all. Forgive me. Oh, where did that person go that was flashing a light at me? Ah, they left. Ah, to breathe this air again. It's not the freshest, I tell you. It's almost as if you got to go down to like the bottom of a coffee cup. I mean, a coffee dispenser. You got to get to a coffee dispenser, like the bottom of it. Holy crap. Look at this. What is this? See, I parked over here, but I hear a generator. This guy, or this person, is doing what I said I was going to do. This, last year, and when I came I boondocked here for those 40 days with the family. And this guy has taken my idea in 2024, which is okay. But I could hear the generator going. And look, see, this was me a few years ago. This guy here. See, that's what you call boondocking. And I did the same thing. I was just a little closer. I was in an abandoned basketball court. So going this way here, there was an abandoned basketball court. And I brought my 1962 Winnebago. So me and the wife, we slept. I slept on the couch that turns into a bed. And she would put down the, what's it called? She would put down the dinette table. So I had one side of the trailer, she had the other side of the trailer, and right above us was the bunk beds. So Maddie was above me, I think, and Cody was above Mom, because Cody wanted to look to the angle and see Dad. So that was cool. Um, and I didn't have any problems. Police never said anything to me. There was never an issue, never a problem. And over here, it looks like we have a bus. You can't really see it, but there's some sort of trailer here, and then right next to it there's a bus. And then if I look further down the next block, there's another bus. So that means these people are coming in through this gate here. You see, they have this place gated off. They have this whole place gated off where you cannot get into the blocks, because I was telling wifey that when we left, that's summertime, when we left the trailer to go back to live in Manhattan, because this was just a summer thing. It was what we did here. And then let me think. I was telling wifey that we probably could get grandfathered in if we took over the next 2 blocks, because this was about 10 blocks long, and they were coming, like the conservationists, and they were planting all these plants here, all this shrubbery, and very, very difficult to pass through. Like, you can't even walk through all the stuff. This is part of that Agenda 30 UN initiative that the UN has. The UN has this thing where it's trying to bring the earth back. So it's bringing this shrubbery and this wildlife. But these are still residential blocks. There's one here, one there, and about 6 more. And when I just drove by, they had rearranged that whole area where there's these little tiny paths, where the paths are taking up the adjacent 1, 2, 3 blocks. So you have 3 until you make it to the beach. And then all of this stuff. So this person here knew something, like I knew something, that they won't be able to get you off of that property like that. So it looks like they've given them this one little gate here. There's a gate here where everything else is blocked off. We're going to jump in the car and we're going to drive to that school. There's a school here, and there's only 2 blocks open. There's this one block here, and they made a path to go to the school, and that's pretty cool. So this whole neighborhood was not only, well, this whole area is allotted for conservation, but then it's that whole argument. It's like, do we get rid of the people to help the ants and to help the, da 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 da. So you start wondering, like, who's really trying to help who here? So it's very, very cool. Yeah, I remember when this came. I remember when this thing came. Look at this guy. He's going super fast to be driving down the boardwalk. But, he's a professional. I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing. So all of this conservation you see here, everywhere, if you can even see it, is all due to the because of Superstorm Sandy was what a lot of this money was allotted for, like millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. I feel like my legs got tore up a little bit. You see? It's like all of it is very, very planned. All the shrubs and everything you see here was done on purpose. Like they did it by hand. This wasn't a happenstance of nature. This was actual individual pots that was brought here and planted so that they can have the grass to be the certain or specific grass. You see, like this here is this here in the front. This is done by nature. Nature does this one here, but the rest has been done on purpose. So they do come out and they get rid of the stuff they don't want. But for the most part, they let it grow wild. All right. How you feel? Yeah. So look, this is the gate that they must be driving in and out of to get to their trailers over there, which was like a totally brilliant idea. Just, I wasn't trying to stand 10 toes down. These winters over here are vicious, so I was just looking to, have a spot I can come to, like, for 10, 20 days out of the year, do a little off grid. When I say off grid, there's still solar panels in the trailer, and there's no generator. Panels charge up everything that's needed, and then there's just everything is barbecued. There's video of me boondocking on, I put it on YouTube, and we were doing it big with the crab legs and the lobsters on the grill, and I was even putting rice on the grill, and it was a great time. My kids, look at this field over here, some sort of soccer field. It's beautiful over here. I mean, no one wants the eyesore of the trailer, but over here used to be all bungalows. Like, it looks like they bought all the bungalows out. There was these dilapidated bungalows that were over here where this field is. This field is gotten rid of in just 3-4 years. This field here was full of bungalows, and they were mainly Puerto Rican people that lived in there, and a lot of it was Puerto Rican women and their black boyfriends, if you know what I mean. And they lived there, had families here, and they all went to that school right over there that we're going to drive by. But they got rid of all the bungalows. How did they get rid of all the bungalows? What do you have to do to get rid of all the bungalows? I got tore up. I don't hate sand in my toes. I know a lot of people hate sand in their toes, but when you lived on right off the beach and it was beautiful, we would wake up and every day hit the beach. It was an amazing life, and I did it on such a budget. The food, we went all out with the kids, and we had our bicycles here. It was a great time. Don't forget to hit the the like button, y'all, the thumbs up button, or the thumbs down, whichever works for you. And know that this is a value.
No accident, I'm hands on. Go out, get polished. On Wayne go, he was in jail.
Okay. Remember that this is a value for value show, which basically means that if you've gotten any value out of this, then I implore you to hit the Cash App. That's $ Elvis Rosenberg. One word. ELVISROSENBERG. And the E in Elvis is capitalized and the R in Rosenberg is capitalized, even though it's one word. Express yourself. Show some, not love. I don't want your love. Even though I do love you. What I would like is, I would like to have you as a supporter. Okay, so this right here is Spray View Avenue. And my idea was this Spray View Avenue here is a street. Okay? And this street was all these, like, people was coming over here and like burning cars down. It was like crazy. And this is Beach 33. Yeah, Beach 33. So this person here has a huge trailer. That is super cool. And they don't, and that must, yeah, I think I'm right. That was the entrance over there. So there's some sort of, like, there it goes, boom. So this is like one of those lone wolves that say, yo, dude, I've been over here for, so many years. Like, y'all gotta chill. Even though when I was out here and when I boondocked, I never saw that person over here. But I had thought about this area here. I was like, yo, this is the perfect area to just, like, I was even thinking about just bringing a tiny home and just start getting mail to this blocks here, because all these blocks at one time were full of those bungalows I told you about. And look, you see there's another entrance here open to this block. And the thing would be, and this is the way the parents every day drive down this block in order to get to their children. Their children are that go to this school over here. So this is a block that had to be, I always knew that this block kind of had to be used because of the school. So, and as you can see, we have, there's people here. Look, there's people, can you see that? No, you can't see it, but that's the beach in that direction. And there's, I gotta come here in the daytime, y'all. And there's beaches in that, the beaches in that direction. There's a couple of cars back there. And people like maybe walking the boardwalk or whatever have you. But look, you see this block right here? This block is right across, in between where I was thinking of, like, yo, if I could just put a tiny house right here, they probably couldn't move me. I was like, just thinking about all that kind of crazy stuff. But the truth is, you don't want to be here in the wintertime. You just want a vacation spot here. And it wasn't going to work. So they gated both the left and right side of this because they are allowing to build these high rises. All this is going to be high rises. Look, this is the school right here. Let me move this back. That's the school, an active school. So this is like the last 2 blocks in this area before it gets totally revamped and almost like a private beach they're trying to put here. So I was like those guys over there. I was like, yo, I need to drop a tiny house right here. And then, I was like, I'm gonna have to pay somebody to live there, just to hold it down for me. And it never happened. But I like the fact that just 5-6 blocks away, I I did it. I boondocked over here for 40 days with the family, and it was like we were like glamping. It was amazing. We even threw a little get together with the family, and some of the relatives came out to show their support, and they were just like, oh my God, my kids live in such a free mindset of like their understanding was of the world and what really matters, like what's truly important, like like what's important, and I wanted my children to understand that family is so much more important. You having your own room with a bathroom in it might not be as important as you just making sure that you and your family are good. That's pretty important. So these little sections in Far Rockaway where you could have possibly dropped a tiny home somewhere and just been like, I ain't moving. I've been getting mail over here for 6 years. What are you talking about? Because these were streets. This is what I'm trying to tell you. These were straight up streets that they just, and now they have them as paths. Above us is the train station, the A train. Not a highway or anything like that. This is the A train. And it looks like it was built to handle an amazing wave. No other train station has these concrete pillars like this. Most of them are just like old steel with a lot of triangles. This is like, I think this looks a lot better. Looks like they partying over there at somebody's house. I used to live over here, by the way. I live to the left. This is Beach 25. I live right to the left of this. When I was 24, I lived here for a year. And then I went back to Manhattan. It was a good experience. I learned a lot. And this is Far Rockaway, y'all. This is Queens, New York, Far Rockaway. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Maybe I'll drive by some of the hood, maybe. Yeah, the hood is really behind me, about 40 blocks. The hood is like 60th Street, 65th Street. I kind of guess I could go that way. Well, there's a hood over here too, it's called Mott Street. We'll drive by Mott Street. Maybe you can, maybe we'll see some hustlers, some whores, and just maybe some garbage-riddled streets. That usually defines the ghetto. If you're ever driving and you're like, what makes the ghetto? When do you know that you're in the ghetto? Is it the garbage in the street? Or is it that 400-pound woman whose ankles are like the Michelin Man? And whose wrists are like the Michelin Man? I think that's called fibromyalgia. Is that what that's called? I forget. And there's like just ridiculously huge people just start popping up. You're like, okay, I must be in like a really poor neighborhood. Is that crazy how that happens like that? And let me tell you, they have that everywhere. But as soon as you kind of like start hitting the ghetto, it like appears more. It's very bizarre. And then you have, of course, you have the little pieces of paper on the ground. And then you have the ambulances driving by. And the fire engines and the police cars. That's usually a good sign that you are in the hood. And this is a hood over here, too. How do you know when you're in the hood? When you have people standing outside the window, the pickup window, that are not Uber, and the line is this long? Or are all McDonald's lines this long? Is this just a McDonald's 12:30 in the 12:30 in the morning? Is that everywhere? People just hanging out. You got 6 girls. Ooh, they partying back there. There goes that fire truck. I threw the fire truck the thumbs up as they made that left turn. This feels like a town. This doesn't feel like New York. It feels like you can make this right turn at the red, but you really can't. But it feels like you could. The young 13-year-old, 14-year-old boys walking the streets at 12:30 at night might be in the ghetto. But let me say this. I've lived in the suburbs. And there are some nights where you're like, whoa, are those two like teenagers walking? And it's like 1 in the morning. And they're walking with determination. They're trying to get back to mom's house before she gets there or something. I don't know. So, yeah, so this is considered the hood over here. This area is... I think I need to, yeah. Are you in the hood when the person crosses the street with a hood and doesn't even look over to see if you're slowing down or not? I would say yes. Okay, I have to tell you, man, they have this neighborhood has changed in the last few years. Whoa. What were they doing during COVID? Just non-stop building and building and building. So gentrified to the left. The right side has always been like the hood. And the left side is no longer the hood. This is the, wow, that was a library. Okay, I see a lot of flashing lights in front of me. I don't want to get involved in a checkpoint, you know what I mean? So I'm going to opt out. Yeah, I'm gonna opt out. Let's go this way. I was deeper in the hood, and you know, they love just pulling out the checkpoints and all that, you know. No thank you. And then they see that you're recording, and then they get excited. And then we're like, yo, what you recording? You got a YouTube channel or something? They want to get on YouTube. They want to see themselves arrest somebody, or, you know, whatever have you. Let's see if this is some sort of setup here. Nope, it's not. We're good. Sometimes you gotta know when to make the left and the right turn. You heard? Yeah, that was going deeper into the hood, into Mott Avenue and all that kind of stuff. It's a small hood. I mean, super duper duper small. We're talking about 4 blocks. So, you know, they have to make the best of it. You know, they gotta make sure that, you know, they filling up. I think they're doing 1 arrest a month with these officers. They're under massive pressure. So, you know, it's Saturday night. Somebody got to go to jail. So I'll make the left and avoid that problem. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Let's go this way. Yeah, I didn't want to block the crosswalk, so I waited. Yeah. All this stuff to the right looks super gentrified. This is the Mott Street train station, the last stop on the A train. I remember as a kid, I would, wow, to the left is super gentrified buildings. Wow, and I would walk this as a kid. And if you can see up top, it's the A train. Can you see the A train up top? Well, that says A train. And I would walk this when I lived in this neighborhood for that short period of time. Those people just jumped back into the darkness when I turned my camera towards them. I remember right here used to be a used car lot, and I took a couple of cars out on test drives. I just saw a police vehicle go by in front of me, so this is considered the hood. And Far Rockaway, at least it used to be. Yeah, I see there's still, like, there was an abandoned building we just drove by, another cop car. So, you know, the police are heavy in the ghettos. They love to, you know, it's heavily policed and, you know, victimized and all that, pulling people over and all that kind of stuff. So it's not bad at all. There is dirt on the ground. Like, it's just like a telltale sign that you're in the hood when you see Hennessy bottles on the ground, right? You know, you got a Hennessy bottle on the ground, there's a good chance that, you know, you might be in the hood. And I used to walk all this. And I never felt unsafe. Even though I was never really like a victim of any sorts. No one ever victimized me. I wasn't a victim of like robberies and assaults and stuff like that. So, and I could hear like I could hear a lot of Hispanic music. Sounds like Puerto Rican music, salsa music playing. So there's like older group of Puerto Ricans here that are, you know, not like when you go through Washington Heights and the Dominicans there, or even when you in Brooklyn, some parts of Brooklyn, you get that bachata playing and you get that reggaeton playing. Around here, I noticed just like old school Puerto Rican music playing. And now this area gets nicer. It's like the ghetto's gone. That little area and this is where I was living for a little while here, to the right. I was living here for a little while. I lived here for about 6 months. And then I lived in the other spot that I showed you earlier. I can't remember how long, but I think it was up here on the 6th floor. I lived here. 2204. The Martinique. And I believe it was the 6th floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yeah. I believe it was the 6th floor. It was one of these top, second from the top, balcony. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Let me see. This is in New York State, Michael. Where are you at? Red Face, what's good? Michael. Book 'em, Dano. Right. Yeah, they're working. Did you watch the boxing match? The boxing match? That's from Boom. Did you watch the boxing match? No, I did not. Tell me what you're talking about. Maybe even send me a link at Big Elvis the Chef at gmail.com. That's Big Elvis the Chef at gmail.com. And send me a link. Timestamp it. No, just send me a link. I would love to see the fight. You guys see how many nation Islam is controlling? That's from Kyle Anthony. What's going on, Kyle Anthony? You're totally off subject. I mean, someone's asking me what's the point of my show, and you're taking us here? You guys see how many nations Islam is controlling? Yeah, Islam is making it pop. They heavy out there in that part of the world. They got fat while everybody's starved on the streets. That's my King of New York. Christopher Walken impersonation. Okay, you get a dislike button. You won't answer me. Oh my goodness, Michael, you're so contentious. Like, please stop. Make sure you hit the, what's that called? The Cash App. Thank you. Red Face, you have no expectations of privacy in public. This is a fact. Somebody redacted their Glizzly Hendrix. Far Rock. What's up, Glizzy? Glizzy? That's a funny name, Glizzy. Oh no, Glizzy Hendrix. Oh no, honey. I can't believe that guy said he's gonna give me a thumbs down. Thank you. At least participate. I wonder what happened with all those people out of those bungalows, man. Did they get rid of everyone? Yeah, parking looks very, what's the word? It looks taken. Looks like it's hard to find parking around here. Yeah, these are the projects to the left of us. Oh no, those are not the projects. These are the projects to the left of us. Yeah, this is that block that I drove down earlier. Going the opposite way. Yeah, these are the projects right here to the right. I mean to the left. And let me tell you, I used to walk down these blocks and I never felt anything like fear or like somebody from the projects was coming to, put in that work. I never ever felt like that. There is a project not too far from here by the McDonald's that there was a group of people that looked like they were pickpocketers. And I remember just making sure I was on point. I didn't feel like they were like someone gonna pull out a gun and rob me or anything like that. So, one man's ghetto doesn't necessarily mean it's like this evil, even though it's police, and a lot of the policing is super over police and just just making non-crimes into crimes. And I'm not saying that like people are being set up or anything like that. I don't know any of those details. I do know that a lot of, I'm back on the main road over here because I do not want the checkpoint smoke. And to that person who wants to who was saying how I wasn't reading their comments or anything like that. The truth is I rarely read the comments. You have to kind of hit the Cash App if you want me to read your comments. And that's $ Elvis Rosenberg. One word. The E is capitalized and the R is capitalized. The E in Elvis, the R in Rosenberg. But it's one word, Elvis Rosenberg. Yeah, so we're gonna skedaddle out of this far Rockaway neighborhood. It's really only 2 ways out of here. And we're making our way out of here. It's nice to visit, and I did enjoy that 35, 40 days of being out here. There's a part of me that wants to kind of do it again, like in that area that we were by the school area. Go over to where the school area is and just like set up camp for the summer. And just, but being that I've changed my diet, I'm off the meats and all that stuff. I'll be doing, like beer can chickens out there, and I could do the beer can chicken. I could do like, some wild caught salmons. I could do a lot of stuff like that. On top of, making other things for my kids and other, people, visitors, maybe throw a nice party out there. Some sort of, not family reunion, but some sort of like, like start, like if I would love to do that. I would love to just have my family come through. We'd be so close to the beach. And it's a good experience because it's gonna be extremely. Let me move out this car's way. This guy is beasting on my neck. There you go, sir. There you go. In your BMW. I know I'm going 25. That's what is the speed limit is 25. And look, he made it to the red light. Oh my God, you're just so amazing, sir. The way you made it to this light. Oh. Bravo. Bravo, I tell you. Bravo. The gas is $3.49 for regular and $4.35 for diesel. Oh yeah, I was saying, I don't really read the comments, so no disrespect. I like the people in the comment section to make friends and get to know each other and say what's up. Say what's up to the person in the chat. Talk to the person in the chat. Find out, where you're from. Like drop your area, like the gentleman did who was in Africa. Drop your location. Make a friend. It's always cool to see people with like interest, even though some of this interest is just being pushed on us by YouTube. YouTube is promoting these groups of people that are sitting around and they're just talking, and they don't have topics, they don't have really any direction, and they're monetized and they're working AdSense. So I can't be mad or hate or bash, even though there are like, these eye roll moments I have about that kind of a thing. But what you gonna do? Can't eye roll everything. I see what's going on. I get it. I'm gonna take you guys on a cool little ride if it's still around, if it's still available, because I used to ride this all the time, and I knew this cool little shortcut. I don't even know if it's a shortcut, but it's a nice ride. I always like to go. It was like through this little swampland. It looks like something out of Florida. It looks like we're. It's just, you got to see it. We're gonna see if we can get at least some. Let's see. It's only 2 minutes away. I'm like on autopilot. I don't even recognize any of these like roads. All these roads have been. All this is new construction. They're nice and smooth. I see trees on the right side. That never was like that before. Before it was just, like damn near a dirt road. It was so beat up over here. Now, it's like some sort of mall. To the right, you can't see it because this is such a pinhole point of view. There's no peripheral. And I apologize for that, but YouTube is like insisting that we do this vertical thing, competing with who are they competing with? Competing with TikTok. It appears, I have none of the facts, but I passed by. There was a Marshalls. I remember Marshalls here. And I just passed, that's like a huge Costco to the left of me that I have no memory of whatsoever. This is the Golden Cross. I used to love Golden Cross. And I've had the Golden Cross thing. And I won't be touching or grabbing my phone at any point in the next few minutes, because this is what they call 5 points. 5 points separates Long Island and Queens, and it's a little town. And this, to the right of us, this says 5 towns: Foot Locker, Lowe's, TJ Maxx, Five Below, a Vision Center, Stop and Shop. They got all this, but all this here is at one time, one of the most policed areas. And if you were black all brown. I don't know about all brown, but if you came across as black, you're getting pulled over, and it's going to happen a lot. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was terrifying to drive through here when I was a young man, like 21 years old. See, right here, there should be a right turn that leads us to this swampland. And there's this like, I remember like all right, no turn on red, so we're gonna have to just wait a sec. Let me turn this, so maybe you get a better view. Sorry for the smudge on the windows. I did clean the windows, but you know how that goes. Look, no turn on red. That guy still turned. Yeah, that guy knows no cop makes this right turn. These 5-town cops, they don't make this turn because straight ahead, we're gonna make this right turn, but straight ahead is the airport, the John F. Kennedy Airport. And so that guy, he knew, even though it says no turn here, and this used to be heavily policed, he's not really worried because cops are not making this right turn. This is like a whole nother jurisdiction here to some. So he didn't care. But what was cool is that he gave us a lot of distance ahead of us. You see, yeah, there's this concrete place here. This is a concrete place there. And then they usually have like a bunch of boats outside. They've been sitting here. These boats have been here for you know, years. Years, 20 years. It's like 15 boats. You can't even see the other boats. And then over here, it's like all this to the right and to the left is all this swampland stuff. And it's a nice little ride. It's a little stinky. Sometimes you'll find a burnt up car on the left or the right side. Why was that guy honking like that? My high beams are not on. What's going on? So it was really cool, this area here. And it looks like in the daytime, this thing looks like straight up what's that called in Florida? Let me see if I could pull over right here for a sec. Looks like they're trying to extend this with some sort of landfill they just did over there. I didn't feel comfortable there. I'm sorry, y'all. And you will go to, you see, they looks like they're filling up some of this to the right with some sort of like sand and dirt. But the water would come up to like only 3 feet from this side. You'll be able to see nothing but like a swampy mess to the right and left of us. And now that has changed. It looks like they're, I would have to come back in the daytime to get a better look. But I've always liked this little ride here. I mean, this could be anywhere in the world right here. Oh, and I was gonna say Everglades. In the Florida Everglades, it comes across like the Florida Everglades. Absolutely bizarre. This little turn that takes you from that part of Queens into a whole nother section. And then once you get past this light, all right. There's a really nice park over here to the left. I used to actually jog this park over here in my 20s. I would pull my car over, go for a nice joggy jog. And then right around here, if we were to, I told you we're really close to the airport. And if we were to hang out by this deli over here to the left, we would be able to have to watch the planes just constantly just fly right over us. We might even see a plane go by while we're here. You know, all depends on the runway and the time. I don't know if they do it at this late at night, but during the day there's like every 5 minutes, and we're talking about like where their landing gear is down. That's how close we are to the airport. Yeah, I would pull over here to the right, find parking, and then go jogging in this really cool park right here to the left. You can't see it, but it's there and it's beautiful. Oh, somebody has. I'm close to you. Oh, okay. How you doing, Mary Jane? Thanks a lot for that donation the other day. It was great. Hello, Cat. Hello, chat. Queens, New York City here. Oh, you're close to me. That's cool. Beer can chicken is awesome. Yes, Mary Jane, I agree. Hello, Big E. No gym tonight? No gym tonight. I will be most likely doing the gym tomorrow. I will do the gym tomorrow. I forgot to tell you, Mary Jane, I hate the gym, but I am going to go back. I promise myself I will. I did want to go today. I thought I did, but then something came up and I quickly was like, oh, I can't go. I got this thing I gotta do. And next thing you know, I'm over there in Rockaway going live. believe we're on the Belt Parkway. I could be wrong. This might be the conduit. The conduit and the Belt Parkway kind of run parallel. So it gets a little... This is Rockaway Boulevard. To the left of Rockaway Boulevard is... You're 5 minutes away from the airport. And you see this exit, Kennedy Airport, JFK Expressway. There's exit 20, so I guess that might be faster than Rockaway Boulevard, even though I think the Rockaway Boulevard exit is when you know better. I'm going 49 miles an hour. Miles, 49. And the cars that are waiting here on the sideline, these are people that are waiting to go pick up their families. So they just they idle here on the highways, on the sides of the highways, waiting for the plane to land, and then they go forward on picking up their family and friends and loved ones and Ubers and all that kind of stuff. So there was a time where this was really police and the cops would make you move. Keep on moving, just call, agents of chaos. But it's good to see that, you can still do that and not have to constantly keep spinning around and around and around. Yeah, normally we get off here at Van Wyck Expressway, but I'm gonna take the Belt Parkway. So we are on the Belt Parkway. This is the Belt Parkway. I'm almost sure. We are going in the direction that I want to get to, so that's cool. I'm still going about 48, 49. I'm gonna put it on cruise control. So on cruise control right now at 50. Speed limit is 50. I'm going 50. Maybe 51. Let me bring that down to 50. Boom. Perfect. 50. Now the moon is like hiding behind that cloud. So far away, how could this one little cloud just block it like that? Just come on. I just can't imagine that moon is that far. If it was that far, how could one cloud cover it? In 2017 in Nebraska and in 2024 in upstate New York, by the edge of New York, near Canada. And it's impossible. It's like hard for me to, by having these experiences, be in the full totality of the sun. I mean, of the moon. It's almost clear that it's 70 miles wide, because I talked to people that saw the moon, saw the eclipse, but they didn't experience the darkness of the moon, that darkness, that totality. They didn't experience that. Whereas I experienced it twice in this lifetime of mine. So my thing is, I think the reason why the cloud in the sky can cover up the moon, if you're looking at it from wherever the cloud is facing, is because, the moon is only 70 miles wide. It's not, and then it's not as far back as they say it is. If it was further back, then I would say that this little baby cloud wouldn't do anything, that'll be, but it's just so huge in your face. Pause. This moon it just doesn't feel like it's as far away as they say, or as big as they say. I say, 70 miles in a circle, and about, I don't know, 10 miles up, or less than that maybe. I don't know, 240,000 miles. I don't think that cloud will be able to stop or cover that. And clouds are not that, I guess the clouds are not that high up, so it makes sense that it could be blocking it, like, clouds so close that it could block it. Because I remember how the cows would follow the clouds so they can stay in the shade and not be in the, Pennsylvania Avenue to the left. Oh, I got here quick. Rockaway Parkway. Next. Oh, this is popping. I could feel the mosquito bites that got walking along that beach. I can hear a plane. Thought I heard a plane. Rockaway. I'm making some amazing timing on this belt Parkway. Okay. Yo, let me call my boy real quick. All right. Yeah, I had to make a quick call. I got no answer, so I left a text message. Maybe I'll get an answer back. Who knows? I had to hit the brake. I wish this was adaptive cruise control. If it was adaptive cruise control, then I would be able to, you know, not have to touch the brake. Nice. He's enjoying his life. Or she. Flatbush Avenue. I love Flatbush Avenue. I can take Flatbush Avenue all the way home. Give you a little, let you see Flatbush Avenue. That's another world right there. I'm going 50, y'all, in the 50. Everyone's going around me. Totally not swerving. That, like these cars are just riding up to my bumper and then just going around me. Yeah, when I start to get ready to make that lane shift, they like just fly around me. I'm the slow guy on the road. 50 miles an hour is like a joke for these people. But I'm on cruise control. Thumbs up, y'all. outside of the lines, hit the thumbs up. Yes, that was a train station. I mean, a train that went by. Ocean Parkway. I can take Ocean Parkway all the way to where I'm going. I've done that ride so many times. Coney Island. That's what you call a train yard. One of those huge hubs for just trains. I think I need to check my, oh no, this car would have alerted me to any tire pressure issues. Bay Parkway. Still driving on cruise control, y'all. And that bridge in front of us is the Verrazano Bridge. The Verrazano Bridge it basically is a bridge that leads from Brooklyn to Staten Island. One of the most heaviest red line community to ever exist. I'm signaling. I have to get off this lane because this lane puts you directly onto that bridge, and that's a $30 bridge. I mean, it's so disturbing to go to Staten Island and look at the homes and the houses and the people, and just the mentality that you're dealing with, the mentality of this group of people that it's just super bizarre. It's like kind of like in a 2024 mindset doesn't really allow you to doesn't really allow you to. I'm gonna just slow down a little bit. I'm moving too fast here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it right there around 48. Well, this bridge is the largest suspension bridge, I think, in the Americas. It spans over a mile and a half, and how they had to take into the account the curvature of the Earth in order to put down the base on one side to the other side. Look, there was a car accident here, y'all. I hope everybody's okay. I hope he's okay. No, I don't think that's an accident. I think his car broke down. Yeah, I just threw it up to 60 real quick just to get out of this area. Now I was going back down to 50. Then I'm gonna lock it in. Hey, 46, 47. That's the bridge above our heads. Bum, bum. It's not a very attractive bridge while on the bridge. I personally think the bridge wrong, and it should be more like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, where upper level goes to this particular exits and the lower level goes to these particular exits, whereas here they have this like the top, there's an upper level both ways and a lower level both ways, and it just feels inefficient the few times that I've been on it. So what do I know? I just was so impressed with the Golden Gate Bridge. It was just so impressive to be on that bridge, heading to Oakland, coming back from Oakland, and it just felt like, oh, this was like so easy, so simple. Whereas this dang horizontal bridge, it's like if you're not living there, you're like, and I wasn't living in San Francisco when I made these trips over the bridge. I was a visitor, and it was just so easy. Whereas this one here, it's just not. It's really not. It's confusing. There are lanes that they want you have to take certain lanes in order to get into certain neighborhood. And I get that, but the way they do it is like, what? Police presence, so they're not there to help. They're there to find you if you move in the wrong direction. So, and it's the most heavily red-line community, Staten Island. It's freaking bizarro land. It's bizarro land, I tell you. It's like, what? Like, huh? Seriously? This is like some sort of fake oasis that was built, and then they have the weirdest, it's like, wow. For the prisons, and they needed to, like, the way you have your house and then you have your farm. You have your house and then you have your farm, and the farm, you're like, you got a manager that runs the farm. You're not even there. Still on cruise control. My cruise control is at 46. So I'm slow gassing, keeping it like, light, safe. And it's like they created this farming for prison. And it's just freaking, no one, I never heard anyone use this perspective on it, but it's like, wow. Y'all being played, man. Look at the way this is, look at the way they laid this out. Look at the way it goes down. What? But, things are changing. Look at Far Rockaway. It's like those little bungalows and those ghettos are being taken over and they're putting fields out there. Where are they relocating these people? I have no idea. But we're talking about this Far Rockaway is being gentrified. And I don't say gentrified as a bad word. I say gentrifying as a fact. It's a fact. And it's like it's like the farm has the prison farm. I guess the prison farm has to some degree failed because no one is filling up these jails the way they did in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Aren't these jails at an all-time low? Aren't these jails full of just, I don't know. I don't think, I just think that things have changed. These red line neighborhoods they've seen an influx in Hasidics and an influx in Mexicans and a huge influx of Haitians and Nigerians. They don't care about that red line. That red line stuff is just, that don't make no sense to them. That was for the Puerto Rican and the black man, the red line. These other cultures, they good, they gravy, they in. So things are changing, especially everywhere. So now the question is, who's the new farm? And I would argue the migrants and all their children are the new farm. There have to be a farming for the prisoners. Who's going to fill up these prisons? I say there's going to be Somalian gangs, Ecuadorian gangs, and Mexican gangs, and they're going to not unite, and they're going to be infiltrated, of course, by NYPD, and they will be put in place so that they fill up all the jails. We need, that aspect has to happen again and again and again. And with this company, GEO, that's their stock labels or symbols, GEO. This group has been given so much money to build so many private prisons that are being built as we speak right now. And these prisons are being allotted for all these states. And this company, GEO, it's like, no, everyone is doing like these petty crimes. Who's going to jails? I mean, I know the PPP loan, that is supposed to land a ton of people in prison and in jail. But what are we talking here? 3 months, 4 months? What are we speaking of? These people, are they really going to jail? Is that enough? Or do we need, because what are they going to be in there, 6 months? They're going to have to pay some sort of restitution. I'm sure there are people that got involved in the PPP loan money that possibly are stacking just to, somehow, out of fear. Like, yo, they're like, whoa, we gotta make sure we stacking. So. Thank you, Mary Jane. You didn't owe me any explanation whatsoever. You had an accordion, Mary Jane? No, I was not. I was just passing by it. The Saturday Night Fever Bridge. Yeah, the Saturday Night Fever Bridge. It was one of my favorite movies, Saturday Night Fever. I knew all those dance steps, by the way, back in the day. Airport parking fees crazy, I bet. I don't remember ever parking there. Crashing plans into you. What's going on over here with this guy Chung? Crashing planes, and spells planes like the planes that land into you. Take a break every so you gotta take a break every so you're very sweet. Oh, you're close to me. Mary Jane, thank you for being so in the chat. You are appreciated. Alright, and if you see anything that you think I should be discussing, don't forget, you can always email me at bigelvischef@gmail.com. Alright? And I just want to let you know that I love you, and you are important, and you matter, and everyone that has been here tonight are so appreciated at this stream. And I love you all. Peace.